Hello there, welcome to the Complete Football Pod. With me, your host Mike. I hope you're all doing well. I really hope you are. Briefly, today I'm going to be talking about the Chelsea Man City FA Cup semi final. If you're new to this channel, please do like, share, and subscribe to this channel. I will really appreciate it. It will go a long way. Briefly, let's quickly dive in. The Chelsea Man City game. Wow! It was a spectacular game. It wasn't. It was the game was kind of too pedestrian to me, and Man City really did not really do much because I think they looked so tired. And apart from the Phil Foden misses in the first and the second half, I don't think Man City really did something very spectacular in this game. I mean, they just played the Champions League over the weekend, and with Real Madrid, I think that game made them really tired. Foden, normally you would expect him, to come through for Man City, which he really did today. And like I said, Man City looked so tired and they looked so pedestrian. They could not really do something special like the Man City we all know. Like the moment Man City keeps passing the ball around, you know something's about to happen. But today they didn't really have a lot of that. That magical thing that comes out of their game. But as a team that's very experienced, and as a team that is very matured, Man City focused was just to qualify for the finals, and which they found their way. This is one of the characteristics of a team that's very matured, and that has a lot of experience. Even they have a lot of little inexperienced player among them, but the vast majority of Man City players are experienced players. So you would expect those kind of players, to be able to, steer the ship, and also make sure the less experienced players feel comfortable. So kudos to Man City. They had to grind their way to get a victory, to get a result, and this is what Man City has been known for. That's why, in my opinion, they're still the favorite to win the Premier League. It's not because they've been playing really good. It's just because I've seen Man City in this situation before, and these times, the tough times, when you think everything is gone for Man City, this is when this team, they come up and they show courage, they show attitude, and and it gets them past the finish line. So today, in my opinion, Kevin De Bruyne, I want to say something about Kevin De Bruyne. I think Kevin De Bruyne is actually done, in my opinion. I mean, every team will still get him, will still want Kevin De Bruyne, even with his form right now. But with the level in Man City, I think Kevin De Bruyne is kind of done. Yeah, I think Pep Guardiola right now will be looking for a replacement, because there's been rumors that after at the end of the season, he might leave to Saudi Arabia or to any other to another league to get another experience or opportunity or adventure. So I think Kevin De Bruyne is kind of past his prime because of the injury problems. That has really affected his game a lot, because today I've seen some Kevin De Bruyne, will know him when he shoots on goal. He's always 9/10. But today, a lot of miscues, a lot of his shot on goal was so far away from hitting the back of the net. So, and which is Kevin De Bruyne like for me? It's unlike him. This guy hits the ball with precision, with power, and with a lot of strength. So I don't see that close to perfection in Kevin De Bruyne anymore, and I think Guardiola will be trying to fade him out. And I think Guardiola's trying to replace him with Jamal Musiala, which kind of, in my own opinion, seems a little bit strange, because I think Jamal Musiala is a different kind of player from Kevin De Bruyne, because he's more, to me, Musiala is more of a ball carrier. He dribbles a lot, he moves with the ball. The passes, the shots, I don't see that in his game. So, Pep, being a genius he is, he knows what he wants, and I can assure you, if he eventually gets Jamal Musiala, he would make him a better player. That's one thing Pep does. So, They were not really great. Man City in this game against Chelsea, they were not really great, but they found a way to grind out result. This is, in my opinion, the one of the worst game Man City played this season. I think the worst game Man City played this because they were just passing the ball around. There was no sense of you didn't have that. They didn't really create something magical like they used to do. Except until when Jeremy Doku came in, he was like a problem for Chelsea. On the right flank. So kudos to Man City. They found a way to win the game, and now they're going to finals. We don't know if they're going to meet Man United or Coventry Coventry City. Yeah. Now let's go to Chelsea. Now today's game. As much as I think Chelsea had enough time to rest to play today's game, I didn't really see a lot from Chelsea. And I would not take this away from Chelsea. The last game against Everton was exceptional. But today you would expect them also, to replicate the same performance, even though they tried. And in this Chelsea team, you can see a glimmer of hope. These guys, you know they have prospects. The more they play together, the more I think they might get better, or they will get better. Under the right manager, they will get better. Now, Pochettino, is he the right manager or not? In my opinion, I think Pochettino is a good coach, but I just question his winning mentality. He's a good coach. He would make these players good playing together, but can he win a trophy for Chelsea? That's left to be determined. But for me, I don't think he is the coach to take Chelsea to that next level. But he will do an okay job with this present squad. And I think with the way they play this season, they just lack consistency. They play well this week, the next week they don't play well. They play well against the big team. The next team, this week they play well against the big team. The next week they might play with a lower division team and they will struggle. So that's one thing about Chelsea this season. So today Chelsea had a lot of chances. A lot of chances. They could have converted those chances, but you know what? They could not. And now I will talk about Nicolas Jackson. I don't hate him. I don't hate Nicolas Jackson. But I think if Chelsea wants to compete with the big dogs, if they want to compete with the big guns, Nicolas Jackson is not the answer for them. He is not the answer whatsoever. This guy, in my previous episode against the episode I did, Chelsea versus Everton, I said something about Nicolas Jackson. This guy is a very cocky guy. That's one thing I don't like about him. This guy misses a lot of chances this season. When you look at the goals Nicolas Jackson have missed, decent chances, sometimes one-on-one. Look at the chances he had today. The true pass Cole Palmer gave him, he missed it. I think this guy gave him another one. Is it Gallagher or Enzo Fernandez? He made one-on-one with the goalkeeper. And look at when he tried to dribble the goalkeeper, but he could not. He had to turn back. Look at the pass he gave the person coming behind him. It was as if he gave the pass to the Man City player, Nathan Ake. So this guy, I question his professionalism. This guy is not the striker Chelsea needs if they want to compete. This guy is not the solution going forward. I don't know what Chelsea would do. I don't know how Chelsea would solve the situation, but Nicolas Jackson is not the guy for them. He's a good player. He's a raw player, but maybe Chelsea is not for him, because with this player, Chelsea cannot compete. This guy has just 10 goals, 9 yellow cards. Part of what I just said about him last week. He's not clinical in front of goal. And if you want to be a Chelsea striker, there's a reason why Drogba is one of Chelsea's legend, because this guy is a proven goal scorer. We can argue this is Nicolas Jackson's first season, but I just have this vibe around him like he's not the kind of striker Chelsea want or Chelsea would need to be a top club, a top club. I don't see him scoring 20 goals in a season. Even next season, I don't see that happening. So if he had scored, converted the chances he had today, the first one on one, there was another one. Palmer, a cross Palmer gave him. He was with the keeper. He could not score this goal. So, and when you're playing a team like Man City, all these chances you have to bury them. You have to, because when they have the opportunity, they will hurt you. That's Man City for you. So he could not do this, and as a striker, Chelsea depends on him. And Cole Palmer, had one or two couple of chances, maybe I would say half chances, but he still played well. This guy, Malo Gusto, yeah, he tried. You know, today I would not blame Pochettino, because I think all the mistake Chelsea had today was due to Chelsea's individual errors. Like the time Ben Chilwell came in, there was a pass. He was just supposed to give Raheem Sterling the pass. He delayed the ball too long. So that as at the time he was trying to pass the ball, Kyle Walker, blocked it. But if he had given Raheem Sterling that ball or that pass, that could have been a goal. I think that was after Man City scored. And look at Mikhail Modric. I like this guy, but I have to be sincere. It's not really about, sometimes I like him, but I don't think this guy is cut off for Chelsea. I don't think so, because at first people is the defense was he lacks confidence. Now I think that team, he should have integrated into the team by now. He's not the only new signing. We have Palmer is a new signing too. So all these players are doing well. What's wrong with his confidence? And I don't see anything why he has not gained his confidence. I think all he wants to do is just run with the ball, because he's one of the fastest, if not the fastest player in the Premier League. He just want to run. But football is more than just running. The technical aspect, I think he's not good technically. That's what I think Mikhail Modric's problem is. Technically, he's not good. All he wants to do, give him the ball, he wants to run. He wants to beat the players with the pace. And even he himself, in front of goal, this guy is shy. He doesn't. He would. I can bet my money on it. 10 chances, he probably might not score any of them, or maybe score one. And these are the kind of players Chelsea should depend on for goals. If the striker cannot give all the goals, at least the wide players should give some goals. Wide players like Raheem Sterling, if Raheem Sterling is fit, Raheem Sterling will give you that goal. If this guy is trying, Noni Madueke is trying also. Cole Palmer is doing his part. So Modric also is a player that should be giving his own contribution in terms of goal. At least 10 goals a season. He should be getting 10 goals a season as a wide player. But he's not doing that. Neither Nicolas Jackson is not doing it either. So now, Chelsea's main man is Cole Palmer. And when the midfielders are not really getting more goals, it becomes a problem too. Because sometimes when the striker is not scoring and you have midfield players coming in to score goals, then you could rest on your laurels and be like, okay, anybody can score in this team. But no, that's not Chelsea's position right now. So it's just unfortunate. Chelsea has themselves, they have themselves to be blamed for not winning this game, because they were in the position, they were in the position to win this game, but they could not win the game. So it's just unfortunate. And Chelsea, I think this was the only option for them to play in Europe next season. If they've got into the to the FA Cup final, and probably if they won the FA Cup, in respect of who they're playing, either Coventry or Man United, then winning the FA Cup would bring them into the Champions League, I think. But now they're out of the FA Cup. Now the only thing they could do now is just focus on the Premier League, if they could play the Europa League next season or the Conference League next season. So that's all is left for Chelsea now. And I think Chelsea might probably leave Pochettino for one more season. I think he signed 2 years for Chelsea. And why would they sack him now and pay him some compensation in the range of like 10 million pounds, when they can just let him be with these kids for one more season. And to be sincere, you can see that this team has potentials, but it needs to do more. Make this team gel together, make this team like a team nobody wants to play against. When Make them disciplined. Once you have a goal, once you have a shot on goal, you have to score. Especially Nicolas Jackson and all that. I'm just tired of this Nicolas Jackson guy. I'm tired of him. He's not the kind of player I think any top class team should have, because he's very divisive. He's a divisive player. He enjoys chaos. When you see people, when you see a kind of a striker like this, when a striker has just 10 goals and 9 yellow cards, it says a lot about him. A lot. He has to do more with his finishing touches. He has to train more. He has to be more clinical in front of goal. He has some chances today as the number 9. He should have, put Chelsea on the lead, but he could not. So, that's where Chelsea is right now. Hopefully next season they might do better. And I think Jackson might also be a little bit better. But if not, Chelsea should do something about this, about Jackson, and bring in maybe a more clinical striker, in probably like Victor Osimhen, or any other. There's so many strikers in Europe they could find, like a goal poacher, someone that deadly in front of goal. So, that's the end of this podcast. Congratulations to Man City. They will probably play Man United in the finals. I fancy Man United beating Coventry, but again, you don't know what you get from Man City. Man City and Chelsea this season, they're not too different. They're not too different of a team. They are so close, because they're not consistent also. The times you think they're gonna show up, that's when they show off. So with Man City, I would fancy them to beat Coventry, and they meet. It's going to be a Manchester derby for the FA Cup final. And, I think Man City will win it again like they did last season. This is going to be the end of my podcast today. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for staying with me, for enjoying this podcast. I really, really appreciate you so much, all my subscribers and all my new listeners, all my new viewers. I really appreciate you so much. Please do like, share, and subscribe to this channel. It will really, really go a long way. Thank you so much for your time. Bye.